Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be my beauty empties video. So I'm going to be going through my trash, the items that I've used up, letting you know what I think about them. Typically in my empties video, I do a little mini declutter also. So I'm going to be decluttering my concealer collection. It's usually in these, I do parts of my collection that aren't really big enough for a full like dedicated declutter video. So I'm going to be sharing about some of the concealers that I've decided to pass over. August was such a busy month, I was not able to do an empties video. So I'm excited to do one this month and we got a lot to get through, so let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with my little mini concealer declutter here. I just kind of like including like a mini collection declutter in the empties videos. Maybe my collections aren't like super big or they're not like an exciting part of a collection video maybe, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you which ones I decided to get rid of. So first up here, this one is the Tarte Shape Tape. This one is pretty much about gone, but I've also had it for a very long time that it's starting to get a strange smell to it, and also when I put it on, it's like very yellow now. So I think this one has just gone bad. I purchased it really close to the time that it first came out, so I've had it for a while. It is almost gone though. I did a video talking about makeup products that have been dethroned, and I included this one because this one totally got dethroned by the Urban Decay Naked Skin. I will continue to repurchase that one over the Shape Tape. Just a little crazy. Alrighty, so next up I have in here, this is from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Pro Glow. I didn't mind this concealer, but it's definitely not a favorite. I can't remember the last time I reached for it. It again has a very intense fragrance, and when you put it on the skin, it doesn't like burn my skin or anything like that, but like I feel something when I put this on my skin, and with most concealers I don't really feel anything. So again, just for that reason, and just coverage wise wasn't my favorite. It didn't do anything like great to my under eyes, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter the Infallible Pro Glow. Next up here I have from Julep. This is the Cushion Complexion. It's a 5-in-1 skin perfector. So they have a bunch of these that you can use as like foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer, whatever it is that you want to do. They come in kind of like the stick form. I tried this as a foundation as well. I don't mind it, but again, just not a favorite of mine, and I just don't need to keep cluttering up my makeup collection with items that I don't reach for a lot or aren't my favorite. So it was decent, but I feel confident that I can go ahead and declutter that one. This next one here is from No7. It's the Radiant Glow Concealer. This is another one that I've just had in my collection for like several years now, so I feel like I should probably be thinking about decluttering it. It's a nice concealer. It's definitely more of a lighter coverage, like light to medium coverage, and I do prefer more full coverage concealers. I do like that it does give a radiance to the under eyes. I think that's nice, but the applicator is not like my absolute favorite. It has that like kind of like click up style pen here, so just not a favorite of mine, not one that I reach for a lot, and it's probably about time to get decluttered anyways. Next up here I have this one from Covergirl. This is a newer one from them. It's their Vitalist Healthy Concealer. I love the Vitalist Healthy foundation. I love the powder, but the concealer was a miss for me, which was kind of surprising to me. Again, it's more of a medium coverage, I would say, and it has the same one as the No7, the same style applicator, and then you just twist it at the bottom. So that's not my favorite. I wish it had a bit more coverage. And again, it's just not a concealer that I feel like it's really making an impact on my under eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one. And then I have this one here from Benefit. This is the Boing Brightening Concealer. I purchased this one off a bunch of recommendations, and I know Benefit redid their concealer, so I'm thinking maybe like it used to be better, and then once they redid it, like this is just not a favorite of mine. It's more of a lighter coverage. It has a bit of a sheen to it also, which I couldn't decide, did I like that, did I not like that, and I decided that I didn't like that. I do like that it has kind of that like salmon tone to it, so it can kind of color correct at the same time, but it's just not enough coverage for me. It creases a lot as well, and this one just wasn't a fave, so unfortunately I'm gonna go ahead and pass that one along. And then finally, I'm finally decluttering this one. This is from Kevyn Aucoin. It is the Sensual Skin Enhancer. You're supposed to be able to use this as a concealer, as a foundation, like however you want to use it. It's very thick, and it's just not my favorite. I mean, you can see that like I gave it a few attempts in there, but I just do not reach for this one. I don't like the way it feels on my skin. I kept holding on to it through all my declutters because I was like, it's Kevyn Aucoin and it's really pricey, and like you are going to learn to love this product, and I'm going to give up on it now. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one out of there. But that is it for my little concealer mini declutter. Here are the items that I've decided to go ahead and part with, and let's go ahead and jump over to the empties now. So first up I have from Garnier. These are just their refreshing remover cleanser towelettes. I mostly just use these for swatches in my office. I actually think, yeah, I have another one here too. So these I just use for swatches. I don't actually like to use them on my face, but they're really good at removing makeup on my hands. So there's that. I have been really using the Peace Out acne stickers. Both myself and my husband use these. So we've been going through the acne healing dots, and I really do like these. I put them in a favorites video once, and I just really would recommend them. You can also find these at Sephora. They're literally just a sticker that you put on any breakout that you have, and then you just sleep with it overnight, and it's supposed to be just like fully impacting your breakout that you got going on right now. And I really like these. I feel like I've been seeing a difference with them, and my husband likes them too, so we've gone through a couple of those together. Alrighty, so I do have here, this is a hair care product. This is from Biolage. It is the conditioning balm. So this is a hair care product. I still have a little bit left, but I have had this for an extremely long time, and my shower was just getting a little bit full because I've been trying to like revamp my hair care routine, take better care of my hair, see what's really working for my hair, and all of that is one of my 2018 goals. And this one I've just had in there for a long time, and I figured I could say goodbye to it. I started using Biolage in like college, I want to say, because it smells so good, and I think I had a hairdresser who used it, and I was like, what is that stuff? And I started buying it. It smells really great, but it's probably not going to be a repurchase for me. I feel like I'm finding some other items right now that I'm really like getting on with, you know. But who else tried Biolage? Anybody? I do have some masks in here from Patchology. I usually always have a couple different sheet masks in here. I try not to overload my empties with them because you literally see them every month. This is the Illuminate sheet mask, one of my favorite sheet masks. I actually didn't love this one at first, and I was preferring the Hydrate, and all of a sudden something switched, and I love the Illuminate. I especially always take this with me whenever I go out of town, which is fairly frequently, even if I'm not like flying. Like flying, I always like to take a sheet mask, but even if we're just like driving out of town a couple hours, I still always take a sheet mask with me, and a lot of times it's this one, the Illuminate one. You can also find Patchology at Ulta Beauty. And then this is the Restoring Night Gels. I've been using these more and more lately too. Just put them on usually after I do my skincare. If I do my skincare earlier in the night, like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or whatever, and I go to bed a couple hours later, I'll just pop these on for 5 minutes before I go to sleep, and I feel like I'm noticing a difference. I feel like my eyes haven't been as bad or like as red lately, so I don't know, those could be coming in handy. So those are some from Patchology. Alrighty, so I also used a couple different brow products. So one I actually just used up today. This is from Maybelline. It's the Total Temptation Brow Definer. I love this guy. I've recommended it so often. This is probably my third one that I've gone through, and I already had another backup ready to go. And thankfully, because this is what I was using on my brows today, and I ran out in the middle of doing my first brow, and I was like, oh boy. So luckily I had another backup on hand that I could use, but I really enjoyed this guy. It's really nice and affordable. It reminds me of the Benefit Goof Proof. So I think this one is a really good option from the drugstore. And I do have one here from Benefit. This is the Precisely My Brow. This is, again, one of my favorite brow products. Definitely a lot more expensive than the Maybelline, but I will always have Precisely My Brow on hand. Precisely My Brow and Goof Proof. I will always have them on hand from Benefit. I just think that they're so nice. This one has the more precise tip than the Maybelline will. That one has more of like the teardrop shape, but this is just great. I go in between shades 2 or 3. Either one work for me. In the Maybelline, I'm in Blonde, which is actually darker than you might expect for blonde. I would have totally gone out and repurchased this myself, and I was definitely planning on it, and I actually got a package from Benefit, and it included the Precisely My Brow. That was fantastic. I don't really get like a lot of PR from them. I'm not in their like club that they have where they like chose influencers to like always send products to and stuff. I clearly did not get chosen for that club. So I don't know why they sent it to me, but I was like, oh my gosh, thanks, because it was like a week later I ran out of this. I was like, yay, I have another one. Perfect. So very cool, but I would definitely repurchase that one myself. I have an eyeliner here from Pur. This is the On Point eyeliner in Down to Earth. This is in the shade brown. It's actually what I have on my waterline today. This is one of my favorite eyeliners. I highly recommend these from Pur. They're so great because they are self-sharpening. So actually when you twist it, you're actually sharpening the pencil. So every single time you open this, you have a sharp point, which I think is great. I had to go through the other day, pick out a bunch of my eyeliners, sharpen them. You don't have to do that with these. They're fantastic. Highly recommend. I already have another one, so yes, love these. Okay, and then also in here I have, what is this? This is from Scarlett, is the Longwear Lip Liner. I must have like been having a day where I was going through my lip liner drawer or something, because I don't even know. I got my Scarlett. I've only gotten one of them, and it was a really long time ago. And I've decluttered the palette out of my collection. It just wasn't anything that like super wowed me. The lip liner was okay, but I have better lip liners that I prefer. So I guess I was probably just going through a decluttering phase real quick there. Alrighty, so next up, I had to put this in here so I could show you guys. I went through my Shiseido facial cottons. I did repurchase these. I included them in one of my hauls. I can't remember, one of my recent Sephora hauls. I'd gone through and purchased one because I ran out of these and I was very sad, but I love the Shiseido facial cottons. I will not use any other ones at this time. I think they're great. Okay, so moving on, I used up this guy from Olehenriksen. It's the Transforming Walnut Scrub. So I believe it was last winter, maybe like around January, February. I purchased a set from Olehenriksen. It had 3 mini scrubs in there, and the first one I tried is the Pur Sauna Facial Scrub. Absolutely love it. I've gone on to repurchase a full size. The second one was like the almond one, and I really didn't like that. It was very abrasive, and especially on my sensitive skin, that was not for me. The walnut scrub was like in the middle of them. Like, it wasn't too much on my skin, but I also didn't feel like I was really noticing any benefits to it. And also it kind of got like, I don't, like after just a few uses in, every time I would open it, it would like pour out of the bottle, and I was like, oh wait, no, where are you going? So I don't know, I feel like I kind of wasted a lot of product too. So this one was just okay. I wouldn't repurchase it myself though, and I do prefer the Pur Sauna Facial Scrub from Olehenriksen. Alrighty, so I have an eye primer in here. This one is from Pur. This is the Get A Grip eye primer. I think I maybe have like one more use out of it. I honestly thought of like doing the whole thing where you cut it open, but I'm just not that serious, and I just have a feeling like once I cut it open, I would like lose it and forget about it. My dog would eat it. I don't know, something bad would happen. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I do really like this eye primer though. It's very thick, but it's very like sticky. So if you're doing something where you want your makeup, like your eyeshadows, to stay on the entire day, or maybe if you're using like a shimmer or a glitter or something, this is very, very sticky eye primer, but I quite liked it. I wouldn't repurchase it right now because I have so many freaking eye primers. It's just like ridiculous, but I like this one. I did enjoy it. Okay, so next up I have my eyelash adhesive. This is from Duo. It's the Dark Tone Adhesive. I've already gone on to repurchase this one. It's actually what I used today to put on my lashes. I love this. They're not too expensive. You can find them pretty much anywhere, drugstores, Ulta, Sephora, and I just think it's great. I always have the dark tone in there for when I have like a wing liner on, and I always have the clear one too for when I'm not wearing lashes. The dark tone one, like sometimes you can see a little bit of black with it, so it's easier if I already have liner on, I'll just add some more liner on top. And then the clear one, if I'm not using lashes, it does dry completely clear, so you don't have an issue there. So love this guy. It's pretty much the only lash adhesive that I use. Okay, so next up here I have from Pixi. This is in collaboration with Caroline Herranz. It is the Double Cleanse. I have a little bit left on each side, but not too much. It was getting pretty down there, so I decided to go ahead and declare this one. This is actually the second one I've been through of that though, so I feel like that's pretty impressive. I really liked it. You have a cleansing balm on one end to kind of remove your makeup, and then you have a cleanser on the other side to clean your face. I think it's pretty cool. So I've gone through a couple of them now and I really do enjoy it. It was a collab though, so I don't know if it's still available, but if it is, I quite liked it. So moving on, I have a few more eyeliners in here. This one here is from Maybelline. It is the Master Precise Skinny Gel Pencil. I really did like this one. I did use it all the way up. It was in a brown. It's really nice. It's just not the longest lasting in the waterline. Like, it goes on really smoothly and everything. It just fades really quickly, so I probably won't repurchase it myself. Next up here, I have this one from Colourpop. This is a cream gel liner, and this is in Punch, which was a yellow. And Colourpop has discontinued all of their cream gel liners, which is really quite a bummer because these were really good. The majority of the eyeliners that I tried were really, really solid. They went on really easily. They had a really good lasting time. I noticed with the yellow one though, that every time I seemed to wear this one, I would get eye irritations. Now, I do have sensitive eyes. A lot of eyeliners, mascaras, eyeshadow palettes, etc. can bug my eyes, and something about this one seemed to really bother my eyes, which bummed me out because it's a really pretty color, but I just had to go ahead and say goodbye to that one. This one here is from Tarte. It's the Tartiste Double Take Eyeliner. So I actually used up there's one side that was more of like the gel eyeliner for your waterline, and then the other side was the liquid liner. I went through the waterline side, the gel liner yeah, gel liner side. I went through that one completely, and the liquid liner side was not my favorite. I really liked this for the regular pencil side, so when I ran out of that, I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and toss this, because it just seemed like every time I would do my liquid liner with this one, it took it to different levels that I wasn't prepared to handle, you know what I'm saying? So we go ahead and get rid of that one. This here is from Tarte. It's the Man Eater mascara. This mascara did absolutely nothing to me. If I could not see that there was product on the wand, I would honestly think that there was not even mascara in here. Nothing happens to my lashes when I put this on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter it. It came in a set that I bought from Tarte several months ago, maybe even last year or something. I have a nail polish in here. This is from OPI. This is in Don't Bossa Nova Me Around. This one is just pretty, like every time back when I used to paint my nails, this was one of my most used colors, but I remember like the last few times that I went to use it, I was really scraping in there. And if I let it sit for a while, you can tell that it's, you know, it's kind of been jumbled up in my lap here, but this one was about gone. I've been doing the powder dips at the salon, and these are actually my real nails now. Take my acrylics off. These are my real nails. Thank you. I know. Thank you so much. I do need to get them done again though, but I just have that dip of powder on my real nails, so we're gonna see how it goes. I do go to Vegas next month. Next week, with my girlfriends for a bachelorette party. So I've been trying to wait as close as I can to get my nails done for it. So if my nails look crazy, that's why. But yeah, I used to paint my nails quite a bit, and I really liked OPI's nail polishes. I just don't really have a need for them anymore because the dip powder is working really well for me. I have another sheet mask in here from Patchology. This one is the Hydrate Mask. Again, one of my favorite masks. Whenever I was like super dry, especially in the colder months, I would reach for that one quite a bit. I have in here from DHC. These are the Revitalizing Moisture Strips for your eyes. I really, really like these. I think I mentioned them in a Makeup Monthly, but I'm pretty sure I did. But these are really good. They're under eye patches, and they really help, especially with depuffing the eyes. I've noticed that these are really, really nice, so I'd highly recommend them. They just come in different packs, like a set of 6 or something like that, and you can get them off Amazon. Alrighty, so also in here I have a little mini eyeliner. This is from La Roque. It's the Point Online Pro Eyeliner. I just really didn't get on with this eyeliner. It didn't do much for me, so I must have been like going through my eyeliners at one point and I'll pulling some out because this one just didn't really do anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that one. And then the final product in here, I used up my Catrice Rockateur Extreme Volume Mascara. I think this is the second one that I've gone through of this. Really enjoyed this mascara if you want a lot of volume but also some length in there, and it's a really good waterproof mascara. I would highly recommend this one from Catrice, and it is more affordable as well. So I went through another one of those, and after that, that's gonna do it for my empties video. Okay, so that is it for my empties video. My trash can is once again empty. Such a good feeling. So I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the items that I used up, my thoughts on them, and also my mini concealer declutter. You'll have to let me know what you thought in the comments down below. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.